hello and good morning. My name is Kieron Seamons. This is my inky world. And I didn't get much sleep last night. Mr. Miro was snoring and farting and moving around all over the place constantly. And he has this new habit of coming over and sniffing me and saying, hey, guess what? My blanket fell. So I'm just going to draw today. I'm not going to be talking anything fluffy. I'm just going to draw. So if you want to do some drawing, if you want to have a bit of fun, let's do it. Let's do it that way today. So we have been talking about sleep. Sleep. I am not the best sleeper. I'm one of those type of people that kind of wake up in the middle of the night and I have an idea. I have the most genius, incredible, brilliant idea. And I write it all down. I scribble out notes for it. And then I wake up in the morning, try to read it. What is that? And usually it kind of wakes up to be something that's total rubbish. So we're in the mood of red today. I don't know, I just reached down and grabbed some pot that was sitting next to me because I've been doing some painting for the auction, the eBay that has gone tragically wrong because I sent out some pieces and the basic twist on it was that I sent out what I thought was 2.5 by 3.5 and I sent out 4 by 6, which, you know, it's a bigger drawing. I understand that, but at the same time, it's not what people were asking for, so it's kind of a bit frustrating. So that I put up 100 pieces on, and then I had to go through and take them all off. I'm not sure if I'll put them back on. So I guess that was part of my not sleeping, being a bit of an idiot. But that happens. These things happen, and you shouldn't really let them get to you. Let's draw something. Let's draw something that can't sleep. Let's draw something with big bulging eyes that just can't sleep. Some kind of... Ooh, let's stop that. Let's draw something that is struggling to sleep with his big bulging eyes. I grabbed a piece of paper that was over there, so I have no idea what even... I always say that what MSG it is. I think it feels about a 170 probably, which it shouldn't be for this type of ink, which shouldn't be for these type of drawings, but that's quite often with that type of thinness I break through the paper, and it's quite a disturbing mess. But I do like that red. That red is very attractive, and I'm thinking of maybe I could change that red into lips. Absolutely gorgeous would that be? Have a monster with big, huge, red, fat lips. How fantastic would that be? Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, it's nice in my sketching moments to sketch a shape that is bizarre or intriguing or something along that line. And quite often, let's give them a kind of half-baked eye. And I will join that up later on once the ink dries out a little bit, as it has gone slightly bizarre, but I'm kind of wanting something. Use my finger to thicken that up. Why not? I almost kind of feel like he has some kind of clown-like features to him, and that would be quite beautiful. And I bought myself a mandola this morning. It was kind of put on some kind of second-hand marketplace type thing, and I was very, very pleased as I got it for a ridiculously low price. And the thing that always appealed to me about these bizarre sets of instruments, the mandolin family, the mandocello, the mandola, all these mandolin family instruments, is that they're very exciting and they're very, very addictive. Yes. But they are not like a guitar. They are something that needs attention. It needs you to concentrate. It needs you to have enough kind of enough insanity to really spend time with these things. Whereas a guitar, you can kind of, in most cases, you can kind of pick it up and learn your favorite tune in 25 minutes, What's your favorite tune in the whole world? I don't know. Paul Willer's something. Then go online and somebody will say, "Hey, would you like to learn Paul Willer's?" Blah, blah. And they will teach you, oh, it's only got 4 chords in it. 4 chords. In a mandolin, you've got to do all the little fingery bits. Like the violin, the same type of approach. There's a lot of work going into that. So a lot of people take on these instruments like the mandolin or the bouzouki or the mandocello or whatever such, the mandola in this case, and it becomes a problem. The tuning on some of these things can sometimes drive your average person bananas, basically. Not that I am superior or special in any way, but I do think I'm mad enough to get obsessed by these things, as I have done with lots of instruments over my time. So sometimes these instruments come up, it's almost, in some cases it's like, I have a mandocello, please somebody buy it and take it away from me, It's kind of like, it usually drives people quite nutty, to say the least. Especially if you play the guitar and then you have to retune your brain to the mandola and then retune your brain to the mandolin. It can be quite a test for one's brain. There we are, some kind of very... Now this is quite a stiff nib. So anyway, I bought one on a second-hand market for a few pennies, and I was absolutely delighted. And these are the type of things that keep my mind active. They you know, I do kind of need things to be bouncing around in my brain. I need to have a book. I need to have a story to challenge me. I do need to have things that keep my mind active. That's quite interesting. That's very, very, very interesting. For the simple reason that otherwise my brain starts to take apart things. my brain starts to analyze things too much. My brain starts to think, well, what about that video that I did yesterday? Was it this? Was it that? Was it? Should I have? Maybe next time I will. And I start to go a little bit doolally. Is probably the technical term for it. I do go a little bit spare. Quite a lovely clown. It's bugging me a little bit under his nose. It's not thick enough. But lovely. A very lovely drawing. A very lovely character. I'm almost feeling like I need to have more red on there. It's almost like begging me to do more red. Let's put that pen down for a mo. And the same on this side. I feel like I need to release hair. And that is absolutely gorgeous. And that has really added to his character a lot. Now I'll need to put some trousers on him. Get some nice stripes going down through those trouser legs. As you can see, I rather love my pinstripe everything. And today is just a day of fun. And some, a lot of days art should just be fun. They should just be a release of pressure, a release of stress, a release of anger, a release of whatever's bugging you in life. It should be a way to kind of just let it go. Whatever it is that's driving you crazy. And I'm not saying that Mr. Miro is driving me crazy, but his new sleeping pattern is slightly driving me bananas. He literally will, in the middle of the night, 5 or 6 times, he will come over and just kind of nudge me with his nose and sniff like that, and basically say, "Hey, you! My blanket has fallen off," and then I have to wake up, put his blanket back on him. He has a separate blanket to me, of course. And then he's one of those crazy creatures that basically can fall asleep in like 5 seconds, you know. He will wake you up and he will get you to adjust his bed, and then he will fall asleep in 5 seconds. Snoring away. And yes, he is a tiny dog, but his snore is not tiny. His snore is horrendous. He has the snore of a elephant, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And yes, whereas, you know, I kind of sleep like a daisy, you know. It's like I wake up with the tiniest. If Mr. Miro farts, I wake up. If he snores, I wake up. Terrible, terrible. And of course, once I'm awake, I have the greatest story that has never been told, that I need to write it down on some piece of paper, which is total rubbish, because when I do wake up in the morning, I read it and I think, what were you thinking? What are you talking about? You know, which I guess is quite a common problem with creative people, that we are not really the best of sleepers. I do know quite a few people that are artistic and have difficulty sleeping. Right, let's see if we can get some clown's teeth in there. In fact, I don't think he needs teeth. I quite like the fact that he has these rather big elastic lips. How beautiful is that? Now that is a lovely drawing. I'm really quite pleased with that. And that has started to leak back down into my black, which I did not want, and I'm going to suck that out. But I am really rather pleased with my dancing clown. What do you think about it? I would love to know what you think about today's dancing clown. This is a very hard nib, this one. I don't know where that's come from. Was it one of Dorothy's ones? No. Different shape, right? Well, there's a little doodle for you today to ease your daily stresses. And I hope it does. I hope the magic kind of flies through the screen and relaxes you. Gives you a nice neck massage or something. And that is today's absolutely gorgeous drawing, and I'm really, really rather pleased with that one. A dancing clown, fantastic. I'm happy. I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy sleepless boy. So thank you very much for being here, and thank you for sitting with me and watching me draw my clown today. I do appreciate you. I do appreciate all that you do for me, all your comments, and I do love your comments, so send me a comment. Tell me what you think about my clown. How the way it's all come together is really quite nice in this one. So thank you very much for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time, and come back for some more. Come back for some more, and we will do some more drawing after my doggy walk. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Send me a comment.